Chemical waving. We now have 20 minutes to wrap our perm rods on the back mohawk section of our client. So when we are told to begin, I will start off by sanitizing my hands and wrist as always. Taking my comb and sectioning off my doll head. So for the sections on this one, keep in mind, everybody in that room has different techniques. But what I like to do here is section off my first two sections. So I did part down the middle. And then from there, I will section off the back mohawk. And try to keep all your hair inside the clip as much as possible. The neater our work is, the less we will stand out. So I have the first two sections sectioned off. Now I will go in and section off the mohawk. And I will turn this doll head around in a minute so you guys can see a bit better. And again, keep your work nice and clean. Try to keep all that hair inside the clip as best as possible. So back mohawk section, this will be the part we are working on. The back mohawk section, we will wrap all the way down. So from here, I will take out my perm rods, fan out my end papers if you choose to, and begin wrapping those perm rods. Subsections, no wider than the perm rod. So if we do need to pick up a perm rod, measure out your subsections, no wider than that perm rod. Base control, we will demonstrate one base. We do not need to demonstrate 3 different bases. Preference for me on base, so I will over direct away from me. I do prefer 2 end papers, so I will use 2 end papers. Avoiding any fish hooks, so make sure those end papers are extended past the ends of the hair. Our band, avoid having any twist on the band. So I want to let go of my band, place that across the top of my rod, and we do want a little bounce to our perm rod. We do not want our rods too tight to where they have no movement. So again, subsections, no wider than the perm rod. Ends of the hair are combed out nicely. I will be using 2 end papers. Spray them with water. Avoid any fish hooks, so do extend the end papers past the ends of the hair. Avoid any twist in your band, so I will let go of my band. Place that across the top of my rod and continue wrapping those perm rods all the way down. Now let's pretend that we have completed wrapping our perm rods. At this time we will sanitize our hands, take a step back and wait for the proctor, wait for further instructions. Now the proctor, we will be graded individually on saturation. So let's pretend the proctor is with me only right now and I have been instructed to saturate. So demonstrate saturation. I will sanitize. Apply protective cream around the hairline. So I will take a spatula, avoiding shoving my hands inside my bag. Reclose the bag. Take some protective cream and we will apply protective cream around the entire hairline. Let's pretend that we are doing a perm on the entire head, not just our mohawk section. Spatula in the trash. I can wipe my hands clean. I will take my coil, and the coil as well will go around the hairline. And do not forget your gloves. So once our gloves are placed, then we can start saturating. Now again, keep in mind the proctor is hovering over us. Do not let them intimidate you. Pretend you're at home, just practicing on your own. Taking my cotton ball to catch any excess solution dripping and start saturating. Normally we will saturate about 3 to 4 perm rods. We will be told to stop. So let's pretend I am told to stop. Cotton ball in the trash, solution bottle down, sanitize those gloves, take a step back. From here, we will be instructed to demonstrate a strand test. Now, the proctor might choose which strand test to demonstrate. If they do not choose a specific perm rod, you choose which one. But demonstrating a strand test curl. Unwrap 1.5 times, leave your rod relaxed, and bring that back in. We will take a step back, and the next set of instructions will be to remove a perm rod. Now, removing a perm rod, we do not want to yank the perm rod off. We want to remove it the way we rolled them. End papers will go in the trash. Perm rod, items to be disinfected. So at this time, the proctor will go around the room grading each student individually. Once all the students in the room have been graded, we all will be instructed as a whole to remove the remaining perm rods and section in 4. We do have 5 minutes to demonstrate this. So when we are instructed to remove the remaining perm rods, I will start off by sanitizing as always, removing the cotton coil. And you can go in and remove any excess protective cream, no big deal. Remove your perm rods the way we rolled them, don't just yank them off. Separate your papers and rods. I can remove my gloves. I always like to sanitize, just to be on the safe side. From there, now remember, I did section off my 2 front sections already. So what I'm doing now is just going down the middle and the back, and we have our 4 sections established, our 4 quadrants. Once I am done with my sections, my comb can go into the items to be disinfected, sanitize those hands, and wait for further instructions.